Hey, welcome to this video. I will be sharing a short version of my testimony, so if you want to check out the long version, I do have one uploaded. So long story short, I did go to church when I was growing up, and a Christian church, but didn't fully believe. So when I was 14, my grandmother passed away unexpectedly from pancreatic cancer, and that caused me to have the questions why God would allow bad things to happen to good people, or why God would allow good people to die. So because I had those questions and I was grieving, I really started rebelling against God and what the Bible says and my parents. So when I was 15, I first started smoking weed, I first started drinking alcohol, I first did ecstasy, and I also lost my virginity when I was 15. So as my high school years go by, I was still doing all of those things and doing them more. Getting into college, I ended up getting into partying, so I did a lot of that. And because I was doing all those things, I ended up getting into bad situations with guys in 2016. And so I was raped twice by two different guys on two different occasions. And but I really was in denial of it and really suppressed that. And so after those situations happened, basically all the things that I was suppressing started coming out physically. So I ended up gaining like 15 pounds in 1 month, started struggling like mentally basically, and was basically made me want to seek peace and wanted to seek healing. So from then I started getting really into health and wellness, and I was vegan at the time, so I was pursuing health and wellness through that, and just really getting into self-development because I wanted to be better, and also starting into self-healing. And so I was on the hunt for knowledge and for ways I can be better. And then because I was studying those things so much, I was wanting to create my own business and taking what I learned and helping other people. But ultimately it started off with me seeking healing, and also because of those situations that I found myself in, I started having existential questions about why I was here and what the purpose of life was. And so I was looking for knowledge to answer those questions. And so was doing that for 3 years. In 2019, started having wellness events and doing free events for people because I wanted to start my business. Ended up dating someone else who ended up proposing to me, and then ended up sexually violating me as well. And so after that third time, it really broke me, and I just was really broken and realized that I had been suppressing the last 2 times, and so I was pretty much grieving over all of those things. And because of that, I really isolated myself for the rest of 2019, and basically I took a break from trying to build my business because I wanted to have a full-time business as a healer. It's because I was certified in hypnotherapy. I became certified in yoga, and then also became eventually after in 2020 I ended up becoming a certified energy healer through this modality called Shivamurti. And so basically through that time I was cherry picking from all these different spiritualities and religions and taking what I liked and leaving what didn't. And so I was creating my own like religion, you could say, or my own spiritual beliefs. And but through 2020, the Lord really started revealing himself to me. It started in the end of 2019, but he started revealing himself to me throughout the year, and I have a video on that as well. And so long story short, he revealed himself to me through Christian people, through my dreams, and ultimately that got me questioning my practices and my beliefs, and I started realizing that I was closed off to Jesus in the Bible. I was so open to everything else but Jesus in the Bible, and I believed at the time that Jesus was a spiritual teacher, that he just taught enlightenment basically. And so since I thought of myself to be open-minded, I decided that I was going to find out who Jesus was, and so I started reading through the Gospels, and a lot of things started changing for me mentally after I started reading the Bible, and ended up feeling better. And so then went back to my old life and all my spiritual teachings and practices, and then a week later ended up getting sick with COVID. And in COVID, I knew that it was God like disciplining me. It felt like God was disciplining me, and I knew that I was wrong. I knew for whatever reason, like everything just clicked, and that I was wrong for practicing all those things and believing all those things, and realizing that there was power in Bible. And just looking over the whole year of 2020, I started putting the pieces together of how God was calling me and how he was revealing himself to me. And so in the peak of my COVID, on the second day, I ended up giving my life to the Lord. And so after that, everything changed, like everything changed. He called me out of my identity of all my spiritual teachings, and also veganism. He called me out of veganism. I never thought I was not going to be vegan. I thought I was going to be vegan for the rest of my life. And my mindset was literally, I'll be vegan even if it hurts my health. And so he called me out of that. And basically what happened was he ended up healing and setting me free from an eating disorder that I had. I really struggled through those years. I really struggled with eating, just really fixating and obsessing over the foods that I was eating, and really like with binge eating, and then like starving myself and then binge eating. And so it was this cycle that I never thought I was going to break free from. And I tried really hard to heal that myself, but I could never do it in those 5 years, around 5 years that I had it. And so the Lord really broke that chain for me. And he really called me to be like drop everything. I became a clean slate, and basically all my dreams, goals, visions, all the things that I thought I was gonna pursue in my life, that all that went away. And he's brought me into new work, and he's presented new opportunities for me, just working at a Christian camp in Hume Lake, for example. And so there's been many things he's blessed me with since I have given my life to him. And that's all. That's not all. There's a lot more, and then there's things I'm probably missing out on. But if you do want to watch more of that, a longer version, I do have that. All right, thanks for watching.